we honor those servicemen and women lost on Memorial Day, there now is growing concern that the U.S. may in fact be headed for another military showdown. To that end, we are joined now by the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Martin Dempsey, from Washington this morning. And good morning to you, General. I do want to get to your thoughts about Memorial Day in just moments, but let's turn to some recent events, including Defense Secretary Leon Panetta, who told ABC's Jake Tapper on Sunday, we have plans to be able to implement any contingency we have in order to defend ourselves. This comes as another breakdown in negotiations has occurred with Iran over suspending its nuclear program. At what point, General, will a military solution be the only one available?
Well, you know, Josh, that's not my call to make. My job is to provide options on behalf of the Joint Chiefs and the combatant commander to the Commander-in-Chief, who will then determine when the current track, which, as you know, emphasizes political, diplomatic, and economic sanctions, when that path is exhausted, then it may come to that. But that's really not my decision.
But when we speak of implementing any contingency, are we in fact ready to attack?
You know, we've got forces postured in the Gulf for any number of reasons. Some in support of Afghanistan, some that are still in the process of flowing out after our long war in Iraq. And those forces can be turned, but I would describe our current stance in the Gulf as defensive and deterrent in nature.
Meanwhile, I do want to turn to the drawdown now in Afghanistan. According to the president, again, the combat mission will end December 31st. Secretary Panetta did say that in his view, the Taliban had been weakened. However, the chairs of the Senate and House Intelligence Committees, having returned from Afghanistan, said they were briefed, and they now believe that the Taliban is in fact stronger than it was before the surge. And in 2 years' time, will the Afghans be ready to go it alone?
Well, there's two questions here. One is, are the Taliban stronger today? And I would say absolutely not. Now, that said, I think from my own personal experience, I think the Taliban leadership remains confident. And some of their confidence is that they believe that, that because of their ideological base, that they can wait out both the government of Afghanistan, the democratic government of Afghanistan, and us. And that's why that strategic partnership agreement was so important.
General, we did not ask you the program just to discuss recent events. Of course, this is also your first Memorial Day as chairman, and you recently visited with the children of fallen soldiers. How does it resonate with you?
It was this competing emotions. It was incredibly uplifting to see them together, sharing their experiences and supporting each other. And it's just tragic to see what they've gone through at such a very early age. Thankfully, very few families in America have had the experience of being handed a folded flag because of the loss of a loved one in combat. And so, some of us recall those sacrifices every day. But the nation on this day, as a body, should remember their sacrifices.
Certainly today, of all days, General Martin Dempsey, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, we do appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.